we do have to fight. We do have to fight. You have to stun him and parry. Or try to. Oh, there, we stunned him. I don't know where he's at. He's up there. Oh, gosh, darn it. Oh, here we go. traitor! You die here! This brings me no joy, Justice Slinger. You were always so kind, but you chose the wrong side.
I am your prize, bastard. Come.
Escape Academy is free on Epic. Thank you, Fraction.
Will you not die?
No. Put him in the machine.
Oh. Stop this thing! Stop this fire! This is
Yes. We've done this.
By a parade of blood-minded traitors for the whole of my life? There is no end.
You have something you want to say? Say it.
I need some time to breathe. Let me sit a moment. That man's anger, his rage, it had a familiar sting that I cannot place.
He was raving, Sigurd. Without sense or reason. Pay it no mind.
I am not mad, Eivor. These things I see and feel, I know they are true.
I know, brother. Now
Yeah.
never. You always spoke true. We should cast our eyes towards home. It's a long journey and I'm not well.
Oh. Eivor. I had much time to think. The ecstasies and the agonies of our friendship. I'm not the man I was. My time as the Jarl of our clan has run short. You must lead us now.
Do you mean this?
When God called you out and chose you to a duel, you let him die with honor, in spite of his betrayal.
He did what he felt was right. I honored that.
I recall our days in Osenifordshire, our search for the sacristy. You disagreed. You thought you questioned my memory. You did disobey. When I passed judgment on Helgen, you left my sentence. I knew you disagreed. But I remember and admire the way you guided us from our way to England. You kept my eye on check. My ambitions focused.
It was a trying time.
In all my days, I fog of confusion. You have shown great wisdom, strength, and leadership. May you go. Thank you. Father, our plan is yours to lead.
Thank you, brother. I won't let you down.
You have a story.
Years ago, before we left Wing, I saw a vision. A vision that foretold a betrayal. That I would betray you. I refused to believe it. Never do such a thing, I told myself. But in the years since, I have robbed you of your dreams. Of England. Of Valhalla. You feel I have wronged you, brother. I will make it right.
We cannot unweave our fates, Abel. All is laid before us. In the day of the To be angry at this would be like infesting the ocean. Pointless struggle.
We two ragged ravens. What a saga we have inscribed together.
A tale for the ages.
As it was foretold. Layla. Layla. Alright, so we're coming out of the amethyst now.
Vector's coming out. Daddy Layla. That's right, babe. What the hell was all that?
I think that was the solution to our problem.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Desmond.
Desmond, what about him?
What? You think that he might be suspended in it?
Before he joined us. Even a very good one. When he learned his real purpose, he was like a... All of human history seems to converge on his...
In 2012, the South developed a planetary ejection so large it should have wrecked all life on Earth. I remember. I worked at Observerland. It was Desmond who saved him. He knew how to stop him. Observer claimed credit for that. Something about their satellite network. That's bullshit. It was Desmond. He pulled the switch that saved the world.
That switch is still on. Generating a magnetic field. One that's growing stronger every day.
The Temple 8 will now. That's where the field originated.
It's been running for 8 years. Getting stronger and stronger. It'll be dangerous now. Heat, radiation.
Doesn't matter. We have to fix it. Shut it down.
No. Slow it down. It's still protecting us.
All of this is starting to make sense. Everything I've done, everything I've learned, it led me here to this moment.
You'll need the staff for this one. For protection. Otherwise, you won't make it past the first gate.
Right, of course. Okay. I'm ready.
Okay?
Going on a trip.
And I'll contact our ship. It can be in Boston Harbor by tomorrow night. Thanks, Ray.
Going on a trip in a big rocket ship.
I'm ready.
It's a long way to Bigtown. Hop in.
Nope, we're not done yet.
Sean, I'm here.
Good. Signal's
He's getting so mad. Shit.
inside.
Not yet, but there's 100 feet of ice above me.
All right, we may lose touch when you push through, so remember what we talked about. Watch your meters carefully, radiation especially, and keep the staff close.
Got it.
Standing by.
So if you want to know how she obtained the staff, that is in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Layla obtained the staff from Cassandra or Alexios, depending on who you play as. Oh, a long time. I started this playthrough of Assassin's Creed at the beginning of last year. You know, but I'm only streaming for like an hour and a half every morning.
I hear you. The elevator still works.
75,000 years. What's another millennium or two? Yes, by our reckoning, it's going to go up by about 16 degrees Celsius.
How does it draw so much power?
Tectonics is our best theory. The movements of the Earth's crust, the churning lava beneath. Huge source of energy.
That's tech humans should have. Energy, not pieces of Eden. Shit, you're breaking up, Sean. Forget it.
Wow, it's all red now. Look at it.
Here we go.
I don't see a body hanging there. I think I need to play it every day instead of 2 hours once a week. Yeah, we do. I do it every Monday through Friday. You know. Yeah, I don't see Basins. Yeah, it did. So let's see. How are we getting across? Going down. It's the right moment.
That melted ice.
So we're going in the water. Going for a swim. No, we can't get across that. Okay. Can we climb? No. How are we getting up then? I can't cross there. Well, maybe I have to go under. Yep, maybe dive. You're as bad as Zavor.
Down. Don't look down.
You look down. Had to. You know, every time they always say that. Don't look down. Don't look down. Don't look down. Down. Yes. Since one is gonna. It's the. Of it. It's me. I struggled with Altair a lot in the first one. The second one got better. What's up, Robo? There is 2 bodies there. Bassam is there. Lay them. Oh, she dropped the fan. Oh no.
Or stimulation. I know it when I see it. Something feels off.
I can't get through any of this. Can't climb any of that either.
Get this.
Oh.
Are you doing this? Are you pushing this machine to its limit? So here we went. It's your master. Is he here?
Bassam.
They flatter me. I am only a guest in their world. A world spun of wishes and hopes.
Bassam, you sent the message. You led us to Abor's grave.
Yes. A hopeful message, was it not?
Pals, you've been trapped here for a millennium. Abor put you here.
Indeed. But I'm not alone in this place. Not always. I have a friend who helps me. Together, we lead the calculation. After we located Abor's probable resting place, I contacted you. Through the digital lasses that enwebs this earth like a spider's nest. In our day, all the world was connected with this, a super organism of technology. The staff you carry, the temples you have visited, all of it speaks as one. May I show you something?
I imagine you can do anything you want in this place.
Not as much as you might think. I am tethered to my body in the most uncomfortable way.
But you can slow this machine down. You know how it works.
Yes. We'll do it together. For another catastrophe you plan. This node of time has an ugly way of correcting itself. Go ahead.
You're a hard man to trust. You must know that.
You're not obliged to trust me. But this is all I can offer.
Damn it.
Trying some Jedi mind tricks on me, Bassam.
My eyes are open. That could be my long-awaited chance to attend. Days of practice, 8 arms of mightiness.
Is it done?
You're here at last, the destined one. By my brother's words, I will first test your worth. Ruin my flawless form. Yes. masquerading! I'm not the only one! You will not be Hold your smirk, you audacious monkey! We'll settle our scores when I reach my full mastery!
I am the reader of the calculations. All these possible futures for you and the world outside. I have spent much of my new life reading these, searching for a way to finish everything we started so long ago. It begins here. You slow down this machine and save the world, from which point all possible futures expand. Millions upon millions of possible roads. But in every one, another catastrophe recurs. The node collapses and the world is wiped out. The human race dwindles and fades. I must keep looking. I must find the solution for you. I must leave you with something.
This is right now where I slow down this machine?
Yes. I start all my calculations. The only thing I know for certain.
That seems limiting.
How do you mean?
What if you went back further? To 2012 when Desmond saved the world?
Desmond.
What if he didn't save the world? What if he walked away and let the world burn? Look at those timelines. Read them instead.
I see. An interesting idea. Fascinating. Millions upon millions of new timelines to explore.
Exactly. These are timelines that never came to pass, but they could have. If Desmond had let the world be destroyed, maybe the humans that survived would have learned something from the disaster. And maybe in one of those timelines they could have found a way to prevent it from happening ever again.
That is brilliant. How did you come to that idea?
If you spend too much time there, that's impossible. You may never give another thought to the impossible.
Thank you for your insights, Layla.
It's only the beginning. We have
Sounds like Desmond, doesn't it?
Are you staying?
Until we find something useful, I will. I don't want this to happen ever again.
You may not have much time, Layla. The machine is powered down, but the radiation, it will linger for decades. By my calculations, you have 73 seconds before your exposure is lethal.
I'm not worried. I have the staff beat it. It heals and protects.
No, you do not.
What? How? Of course.
Of course.
Fuck.
She let Bassam out.
Find a solution together. However long it takes. That means I can never leave. So be it.
Wondering if that let Bassam out and he now has the staff.
Oh, it hurt. The people I love.
Yes. I know the feeling.
Let's get going, huh? A few billion timelines might take a while.
It will. But it will not feel like it. That is what I like about this place.
Oh wow, now Layla's glowing. Bastion. But he landed on the staff, so it's healing him.
I'm with you.
Alicia.
Is the mad one here?
No, my love. Only we remain.
And Layla?
Of memories. Fulfilled her role perfectly.
chose to stay. You'll wonder where I am. You might wonder if I am. I don't know how to answer that. But I'm not afraid. And I'm not alone. We have work to do. Work that may take us days or years. It's impossible to say. But we'll finish it. What I mean is, don't come looking for me. It's too dangerous and too late. Take care of yourself. Take care of the world we still have. And take care of...
You see, she's fine. In a manner of speaking.
A manner of speaking. Jesus, we have to find her.
You heard her.
Bassam.
She doesn't want to be rescued.
Bullshit.
In any case, there's nothing left to save. Not after this long.
Because of you. You left her there.
This is all a bit much. I know. I'm in the same situation.
No, you're in a class all your own, man.
We're assassins now, not hidden ones.
From the Arabic, Hashishim.
Ah. And do we have a mentor? Is that still the practice?
We do.
Name?
William Miles.
William Miles. I'd like to meet William Miles. Would you bring him to me?
We can call him. Cryptid line. You can talk to him right now.
No technology. Face to face. A meeting of minds. It's time to take the fight to these Templars, as you call them. I will join them, my friends. Your animus is in good hands.
How much do you know?
My dear, we invented such things long before you did. I'll figure it out.
I don't know how to think of Bassam right now. I know we play as Bassam in the next Assassin's Creed, which is Assassin's Creed Mirage.
It's an
And
not everyone gets to choose. Best. I don't know how, but you do. Yet, I'm the one that spent. And now, I can give anything. For memory, for skills. And when I have them, I will put them to good use. To find my children. And bring my family back together.
okay, so we're playing as Bassam right now. But I know we.
Quite place to find an end. I almost envy.
I know we play as Bassam in the next one, but the timeline in which we play him takes place before this. John Gray, welcome. Valhalla, my second favorite AC game. Yeah, it is good. It is good. I do like Valhalla. I mean, I like all of the Assassin's Creed games, and like I said, playing them. Hello, little fella, to the toilet. Oh no, you're looking at the squirrel. Why are we focusing on the squirrel? Are we following the squirrel? Follow the squirrel? Maybe. Squirrel. Squirrel. Why would we focus on the squirrel? I don't understand. What is the significance of focusing on the squirrel? Is there a reason? Is there a reason to follow the squirrel? Squirrel is gone. Maybe that was done purposely, just to get you to focus on the squirrel. I don't know. The squirrel is squirreling. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I thought. Maybe it was leading me somewhere, but it's not. It's just... Just telling me to focus on the squirrel, and the squirrel's staying in one spot. And then we lose it. Okay, well, I'm not going to focus on the squirrel anymore. I'm not squirreling, squirrel. I think we're supposed to jump in the Animus, honestly, as Basim. What do we focus on? Yeah, so we're looking at, he's just looking at new, like, new things, you know, after being cooped up for so long. The Viking rap battle. Let's head in. We got a few things we can look at here. Note regarding Cassandra. This must be a burst. Eivor actually met Cassandra. This means that Layla, as an Animus host, met a previous Animus host in the simulation. Could Layla have noticed anything odd in the Animus brought by Cassandra's sudden appearance? Not only that, but could the staff have sensed Layla's presence as its current keeper? I have so many questions for her. Yep. Order of the Ancients. The more we see the Order of the Ancients, the less they resemble the Templars as we know them today. How did this evolution take place? This older order was obsessed with Isu precursors. They worshipped them as gods, aspired them to their status and power. They coveted their works and weapons. By the name of the order, yes, but which, with very strict heresy that placed Isu well above humankind. Beluke, nicknamed the Instrument, has also wielded that term as an adjective. She believed that humans were deeply flawed, lesser beings meant to serve the Templars. Believe in man, a more admirable approach, I will admit. Could it be that the modern instruments of the First Will represent some sort of return to the distant past, the rival of the dead order? Did they never truly vanish? King Alfred, aka Alfred Rex, Alfred the Great. What do we know about him? Famous for his holy vision of uniting all kingdoms of England, one country under one rule, sort of the United Nations of England, maybe, or just England. He never saw this vision come to fruition, though he laid the foundation for it. Too busy fighting Vikings. Strangely, Shakespeare never wrote a play about Alfred and the Vikings. Missed opportunity. Now is the summer of our peace and calm, made a clamorous winter by this loon of Yorick. England's greatest king. Layla has located a new Isu temple in Yggdrasil chamber, for lack of a better term. She is there now, searching for a way to slow it down and return the world to some sense of normalcy. Many pieces fall now into place, and the theory emerges. In 2012, Desmond Miles managed to activate a network of Isu temples and devices in such a way that it amplified the Earth's magnetic field that shielded us once from the mass coronal ejection that should have dealt civilization a fatal blow, but in the 8 years that have passed, it appears that this magnetic field has been growing ever stronger, and now the cure to what ailed us becomes the disease. The magnetic field that saved us threatens us all over again. But what is driving the increase? The Seudrosville machine, a simulation device not unlike our Animus, but perhaps fed on calculations, not memories, seem to be in an overlooked state, for lack of better terms. What is the cause of this? Only Layla can tell us for sure. So many questions. I eagerly await her return. I don't think Layla's coming back. Eivor has spent quite a lot of time with Basim now, and together with Hytham, it gives us a clear picture into the Hidden Ones in the 9th century. They are recognizable as an assassin in all name, which makes me think they evolved quite naturally into what we know from Altair's time. The word assassin comes from the Arabic word of hash smokers. Hash smokers? Well, okay, Fractured, I guess you're an assassin. It may be the Hidden Ones adopted this epithet as a mark of pride more than anything, turning an insult into a mark of pride. Curiously, I do remember one passing of the reference in the old literature about Hytham being one of the first assassins back in England after the Exodus around 430 AD. I should contact our London Bureau for Edward Kenway's papers. He had to read about this early assassin. Is it that where he named his son as he did? It seems likely, yes. So this right here is actually part of the passage that kind of tells you that the Hytham that we met here in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is actually a great-great-grandfather of Hytham Kenway, which is the son of Edward Kenway. So it's freaking awesome how everything kind of revolves and meets each other. So he's like looking to help.
Please enjoy your stay. Remember, all garbage must be packed out. And please water the plants once a day. Poor little plant. I looked like you not long ago.
Yeah, right there's the plant. We can't water it, so. What do we have over here? Hey Ryan, how you doing? An audio fragment sent from an unknown location. Our encrypted servers, nothing stolen, nothing corrupted, just a freaking powder. We got lucky this time, so what is it? A cryptic file, unknown voice. The signal was a code, led us to the precise spot here in England. We dug, good lord, we struck gold. Oh yeah, we read this already. Yeah, radio. He's a giant radio.
This device has a talk interface. Do I really have my hands and voice?
Let's try. Let's see what happens. Alright, mailbox. Looking through. Rami Hassan to Layla, August 16, 2020. Where are you? Layla, it's been months. I'm worried sick. We all are. And like a fucking idiot, I'm covering for you again. Baba asked why we haven't heard from you since winter. I told him you were on another research trip, this time in the Amazon. Freaking Amazon. Even my own lies sound flinishly when I type them out. Alright, call, do something for fuck's sakes. Okay, yeah, these are the fragments that we got from the glitches within the game. Okay, we already heard that in the thing. Secure share. Okay, I'm not going to read all this right now. That's all the translation stuff about the thing. We read that already. Can we do anything right here? No? Alright, so I guess it looks like all that's left to do is probably jump back in the Animus. Enter the Animus. As Bassin.
Take long. A few days at most. So here we go.
So who do we go in the Animus as? Are we still Eivor? We are. So we're Eivor. But Bassin on the outside. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Yep.
Steady, Avon.
You made it.
Avon, be good. Zoe. Welcome home. You missed a great feast, it seems.
Avon. Hey, standing tall.
Did you find what you were looking for?
We did. But it was enough for us.
What is this? I Your secret is this.
Avon? Ralphie? What is this? Is everything all right?
Our young Huna has returned to lead us forward into an uncertain future. Will you speak to me? The love and joy words conjade. Souls must sound in a heartful song. When you're less mine than I'm yours. And I ask of you only this. Keep me honest.
Hearken well in all of you. On oath. All in three
actually. Oh yeah. I'm not 100% sure. That's the thing about some of these new alliance and new territory. Unfortunately, gift from the other world. Yeah, that's like a side mission. There is a new alliance to take. Read Billy's letter. Thank you for you helped me say goodbye to my father and helped me find a place in this world. It is not much, but you can find a small token of appreciation. This axe belonged to my father. It will be better in your hands than mine, Billy. Take Billy's gift. Axe. Wasn't there? Is there another letter? Or that's the only letter? I thought there were three. Okay. Alliance. See, that's the thing with the open world Assassin's Creed. It's hard to know if you have they don't always run credits.
Sorry to hear that.
Our marriage was not built on love. We were brought together. I was pledged to her well before I knew her. So we have tried to settle our differences, find love in our home. It has not worked out. So we have dissolved our bond. Yet as a plan, we will grow together.
And I'm glad for you both. And for the rest of us. This place would not be the same without you two.
Show me the alliance map.
The alliance map.
So what's the new alliance? Right here. Whoa, suggested power 214.
Hamptonshire, last Saxon stronghold, and very heavily guarded. King Alfred is prepared for war. You will meet tremendous resistance. As for Alfred, there's Jarl there with his army. He and Uba have gathered a sizable force and intend on launching an attack on Alfred soon. If we support their assault, England will fall to us, a pagan land where a multitude of gods may freely roam.
Yeah, and that's why. That's why with the open world games, with the Assassin's Creed like this, it's hard to tell what the actual end of the game is.
You must not. The signs, the portents, they shout and rage. Leaving will be over. Be clear, Locke. What have you seen? I have felt the bones. I have steered the offal of beasts. And in the rising steam, I saw the end of it all. Though this battle you may win, this war you may not. Your foe will be your master. Your hope will be your grief. This is fate. Our fate. I thank you for this, Valka. But the yawns of fate are too frayed for me to follow now. I owe this fight to my friends and allies. I will see it through, both, with great care. But know that the home you leave will not be the home to which you return.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. And see, that kind of stuff right there tells me that it's not really, the game's not over yet. I'm thinking that the game will be over possibly quite maybe with Eivor's death. And then there might be more stuff outside of the Animus with Bassin. Maybe. I don't know. I've never completed this one. So that's fine. Tomorrow's Friday. We'll still have another day. Hello, Chaotic. How are you? Welcome. Okay, where is my hay stack? Over there. Right? No, right there. No, not. Okay, fine. There's one right there, too. Thank you, Avor. What? Oh, yeah, this is the town where they're looking for me, I think. Chicken! It's all the chicken's fault. Thank you for dropping Chaotic's link there. Very much appreciated. Not gonna spoil anything for you. It's making me want to play it all over again. Welcome, Swang Shirley. I hope I said that right. Yes, thank you for not spoiling. I do appreciate that. Yeah, so that's fine. That means we'll have tomorrow morning that we can do more Assassin's Creed Valhalla, possibly finish it. And that means Monday we'll be starting Mirage. You know, unless there is still more to the story even after this, I don't know. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear. We just know at this point that we are close to the end of the game. So now it makes me wonder, because I mean I played like maybe an hour into Mirage, but I didn't get that far. So now it makes me wonder who are we in the Animus? I can't call him, he's down there. Oh, there you are. Come here, Coca-Cola Bear. Let me see my my skills here. I'm only level 256. Yeeks. Alright, we'll take it on and we'll see what happens. I might have to do some leveling up before we could take out people here, but we'll see.
Eivor, you come at Guthrum's call. It is good to see you. And you, Summer. There is an uneasy peace here. Both armies with their heckle set. Was blood spilled? No. We took Wareham without resistance. These Saxons accompany their lord as we stand beside Guthrum. Though this fort is not the sum of his ambitions. Wukong's plan is to bring the Saxons to the table. If he can win the peace without a fight, he will do so. And how likely is that? Just now they sit on their thumbs in the church, hoping it's certain. Come, I will take you. That's right. The king of the West Saxons has agreed to negotiate. Seems we have him on the back foot. Wukong should be careful. Alfred speaks with Loki's tongue. Guthrum is not a babe at teeth, Eivor. Nor is Alfred. He has come. It is for his own advantage. Then give us counsel. Stand by us to show our strength. The king of Hayseeds will soon be humble. Trust me.
Hey, Torres Rio, welcome.
Your show of swagger and strength has my attention, Guthrum. But we agreed on terms. What more do you want? The crown of Wessex. Wessex is the king. And that king is the backing of the Almighty. Yours is a fever dream, Dane.
Wukong does not negotiate with oath-breakers. Men whose words are only shadows of their foes.
Ah, Eivor. Our blunted tool returns. I have given you all I care to. A Dane yelled to leave wearing. You swore an oath upon the cross and that pagan hammer. And when you scurry back to whatever shit-soaked hovel you crawled from, we will release your men. Speak again, handmaiden. I will feed your tongue to Eivos Raven. A fair trade. We already have your cock.
Are we done with this pissing cunt?
Have one day. Do not test the king's patience further, or our men will return to Wareham with force. And if you doubt my conviction, know that the Avon River near Uftune runs red with the blood of your countrymen. Their commander, what did his men cry as he fell? Ula? Uba? Yes, that was it. Remember, you have taken my silver. In return, I expect your honor. I will await news of your retreat in Chippenham. But yet, it cannot be. Gods, I will tear that Saxon skin from his bones if this is true.
Alfred hisses with a snake tongue, but he gains nothing from this lie. When news of this spreads through the camp, no Saxon will survive the day. You swore upon the cross.
Oh, I have no intention of cowing to that milk sack. Now more than ever, I will take his throne and his head.
Winchester, Alfred used me as a tool and cast me aside. So let the betrayer be betrayed. We will burn this village to the ground. After that, we take care of Alfred.
Prophecies of the King.
Burn Wareham to the ground! Make it a Saxon fire! Steer your swords!
Oh, don't hit my guy. Hit my guy. I had to pillage stuff.
Fire and flame! Burn it all!
What am I doing with this? Am I blowing this up? Yes. I missed. I'm on fire! I don't care. Let me help you out with these guys. There you go. Can't get in there. How do we get in there? Can't get in from there. Maybe the roof? So, here is the roof. No, I'm not seeing a way to get into this hoop. There's another hoops. There's no way to get in these houses. Oh wait, no, okay, burn them. That's right. Burn them, that's why they're highlighted. Burn them to the ground. You tell your king. Burn it all to the ground. Didn't I burn this one already? Do another one. There's someone. Spearman! Like over here.
This place has routed stone.
Escort the Danes.
There are forests running to the east of here, on this road. Come on, man.
Getting a treat for the fluffy one. The fluffy one must always have treats. Oh, me too. Oh, who's down? Hold on, we got somebody that's down. Oh, never mind. He's up now. Self up, I didn't have to save it. I think you heard that.
rest here a moment. Now, tell me what you know of that breaker of rings. Weak and wretched troll.
Alfred's a wily fox. He appears frail, but draws upon immense strength. It will not be easy to oust.
Fury will fuel my army and my claim.
It will not be enough. You must find a weakness.
Yes, that is why I called you here. To balk at the opportunity to bury the Saxon king.
I must first hear the balk at.
Alfred spoke of the peasants.
So why does he go there and not to Winchester? His scouts must know they're the best in England.
A holiday. Their Saxon Christ mass. Alfred will... While Uma lies cold in an English...
I've called upon my allies to join us in this fight, but I must know where to send them. Is Chippenham our final prize?
It is. But I will need my men for the coming fight as well. The hostages Alfred took. If there is a chance to save them.
We'll not lose more friends today. Now they help.
A place further ahead through this forest. They call it Hampton Blockade.
Zoma, ride north to the Thames and lead my allies south. They should be gathered by now.
I will. Gather on the river past Chippenham. The rest of you set up camp there. I called you Raven Feeder once, and Porchester, you were as hot-headed as Thor. You have become a true leader, Abel.
There's much to come, Guthrum, before we can rest with mead in our hands and songs in our ears.
I will crush Alfred's skull with my bell. Sifilda is dead.
We cannot dwell on this, even if it's true. If you want the throne, only strategy will deliver it.
I will follow this, Alfred. Revenge plans within.
The wise man once told me, we do not dash ourselves against hopeless courses. We arrive unexpected and strike swift.
You turn my words against me now, Wolfkist.
I took them to heart in my darkest times, my friend.
And Sigurd? He is back with you?
I brought the stories along with me at the time. Ridding the land of a strong ruler will make Wessex harder to tame.
You almost sound like you respect him, man.
I have come to understand the trials of leadership. It's hard not to. You cradle something as fragile as life within your hands.
All right, and with that, I'm gonna. No, with that, we are going to save. Save. So we are at 66 hours and 2 minutes and 33 seconds. This one here that I played so many years ago, I spent most of my time in freaking Asgard. So I hardly did any story on this one. But yes, this is where we will pick up tomorrow. Looks like we have a great battle ahead of us. We will be back later this evening after work with some more Tectonica. So if you guys want to come by and check that out as I try to build enough sand pumps to dig our way out. That's going to be fun. Yeah. But until then, everybody, thank you all so very much for hanging out. It is very much appreciated. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day, a awesome afternoon, and a peaceful evening. And we shall see you all in the next one. Take care, and bye for now.
At Mavis Tire, we know people are busy. That's why you can depend on us for tire service. We're introducing Mavis My Way. Whether it's our in-store service or our at-home service, Mavis My Way is coming to you for a change. Part of the Mavis Tire Company.
My Obits is the revolutionary obituary platform
she's got a bunch of different outfits, and I've even said myself, some of these outfits I wouldn't wear in my playthrough, but hey,
Happy Thursday to you, Melody Mac. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. I feel a little under the weather today. I can't really figure it out. But
like a little Friday non-actual sickness, or
yeah,
okay.
I didn't sleep good last night. I don't know, but I'm sure Gothics is on the way, people. By the way, see, this person, we're definitely on time, and there were a lot of people in chat calling us late today.
No, we were on time.
We were on time. Nice try. You don't get to just type that in every day. Adam, I see you. Jeremy's late. No, I was on time. I'm only 1 minute late. What are you talking about? It was 12 o'clock. Yeah, get your clocks right out there. What did you do, Melanie? Did you start on you again? What is this now? You're all yelling at me.
Oh, so here's the thing. It's like, I keep seeing this impression that, this originally started a couple months ago, which you saw all that, I keep noticing in the anti-woke space that all of a sudden people are really kind of posting gooner stuff with these games. Like, notice with Stellar Blade, for example, everything they keep posting on screenshots. See, we won a culture war, and they're posting the most perverted, upskirt screenshots possible, and things like that. And it's like, Stellar Blade was actually pre-marketing of the game dropping. The main outfit she wears is a full bodysuit. They weren't actually marketing the game with upskirt shots and this and that. It was like, oh, this is a cute character. She's got a bunch of different outfits. And I think to myself, some of these outfits I wouldn't wear in my playthrough, but like, she's got some cute outfits, and like the game seemed like it took itself seriously as a whole. So that's like, like, well, people keep trying to act like female characters have to be ugly. This is a win. Well, then the gooners and perverts ruin it, and they validate the woke people by becoming what the woke people said we are. And like, oh, yeah, we win. This is like, we got this upskirt shot and all this stuff. Well, so then whenever the question is posed of, is this what gamers want? And they post a character wearing a thong, shaking their butt in front of the camera. It's like, no, wait a minute. We have to make a distinction here between these gooner perverts who don't care about gameplay and they're just being weird and pervy with their games. We have to make a distinction between them and at least me, right? Because I'm a Christian. I'm a Bible channel. Like, I have a reputation as a Christian, and some people are under the impression that I am promoting gooner games and that I am promoting people actually lusting and jerking off to games. And it's like, no, I can't. As a Christian, I have to have standards. I call games like Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff like that.
You can have sex with a bear.
Didn't play that game. I don't play games with sex where you do sex scenes. Like, I don't do those things in games. Like, I'm a Christian. So as a result, I made a video. I just felt the conviction in my heart to like, okay, make a video that makes sure the record is clear. I'm going to promote these games. If I'm going to be speaking out against all the gay crap they're putting in games, then I will speak out against the degeneracy within like the gaming community that they're trying to promote as everybody anti-woke is a pervert. And it's like, no, we're not. And so I made a video separating myself from that, and people had a meltdown.
People keep tagging me in like the most disingenuous arguments. Like, you played Stellar Blade. How so what? It's like, it's not even close. She's not saying that the Stellar. It's like, I forget what the other game was at that time. All their fans were like, dude, you said Stellar Blade was good. I'm like, yeah, and I think this game can be good too. But when you're posting upskirt shots.
Exactly. You're making it look like that's how the game is supposed to be played. The game isn't even supposed to be played like that. Like how it was marketing all the trailers and stuff. You can turn a lot of games into what looks like a gooner game. So to say, oh, you don't promote gooner games, but you played this game that just has a female character in it and some people are pervy with, it's like, bro, if I would have not, like, pre-Stellar Blade launch, if they would have marketed it the same way these gooners are with all these upskirt shots, I never would have bought the game at all. But it's like these people, they did the same thing with Tomb Raider.
They're trying to say the Tomb Raider is the same. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It is their fault. It is the fault of these perverts that Tomb Raider went woke in the first place. Because they created a false reputation around classic Tomb Raider that it was a gooner game, despite the fact that even the creator of Lara Croft has been extremely vocal since day one that no, we didn't want to create her as some slutty character. We made her hyper feminine and beautiful, but she doesn't act like a slut in the game, and that was a deliberate thing to do. So what the gooners did with their, oh, we want a nude code, oh, let's have this nude mod and this and that, is that they created a reputation around classic Tomb Raider that it was some gooner game, even though it actually wasn't. Yeah. And then the developers later were, oh, we have to fix this. We need Lara Croft to be taken seriously, and they wokeified it. And so it's like, we can't have nice things if these perverts keep perverting everything that we do have. We have these cute characters, pretty characters, curvy characters, and they're going to make everything, they're going to make it a perverted thing and keep representing the entire community by posting these upskirt screenshots of this and that. It's like, yeah, you're gonna make the developers overcorrect. And also because if a developer takes their work seriously, like if I were to produce a game myself and it was like, oh, people, all the screenshots of this game that I put my blood, sweat, and tears to and actually cared about and had respect for, and all they're doing is posting upskirt shots of the character. Well, I would want to make it where you can't do that next time, because I wouldn't want that to be the reputation of my game. It's just gross.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you can't stop somebody from playing a game in a goomer way if you can move a camera, but you can shame the activity and say, look, this doesn't represent the gamers. This doesn't represent me and what I'm standing for. I am not promoting people being degenerates and perverts with this. That should be something. I can't, like, same with all the queer stuff. Whatever you're going to do behind closed doors, I can't make you not do, and I also don't, like, that's not my business at the end of the day, even if I think it's gross. But if you're going to represent the gaming community, and you're going to misrepresent these games and stuff with your perversion, then, yeah, we're going to call it out for what it is. It's disgusting.
Well, and I think that, welcome, Gothics, I think that part of my issue with it is I don't have a problem with these. People get really touchy about it. Unless you said this, I didn't see it. Nobody's calling for these games to be banned.
Yeah, I said that.
And, like, but that's what people say, like, you're shaming me for liking jiggle physics. No, nobody said that. Melanie didn't say that. I didn't say that. But, like, if you're getting offended that, you know, listen to what she's saying. She's saying, if you're playing a video game and you're taking upskirt shots of the character, you're gooning. And, like, if you are misinterpreting that, it's like nobody's actually listening to what you're saying. It's
You're
like,
not.
you're not. You didn't say the game should exist. You didn't say jiggle physics shouldn't exist. You didn't say that people are bad human beings. You said, if you're doing this stuff,
It's saying don't do this stuff. It's degenerate. Yeah. Like, it's degenerate. It's perverted. And it's like, yeah. I'm trying. It's just like, I'm differentiating myself from those people just because I'm in the same community and I'm promoting a lot of the same games. It's like, wait a minute. Don't pretend that I count this as a win because you can play as you can twerk in a thong in a game. Like, I'm not promoting that. I'm not promoting it at all.
Yeah, and if you want to do that, by the way, you know, you're probably a little more hardline than I am, but, like, I don't have an issue with it. I don't know why people are getting so offended.
I think it's gross, but again, like, do it. If you're gonna do that on your own game time, whatever. I ain't their mom, but it is gross, and to make that represent the gaming community, and like, oh, you're turning, like, gamers already have this people have a stigma as being pervert weirdos, and you're making it look like gamers are that when you keep posting these screenshots and videos and saying, this is what the gamers want, this is a win, oh right, look, her whole butt's out, she's shaking her butt, we win. It's like, bro,
you win.
You're making gamers look like perverts, bro. It's like,
I don't care if that's what you want to do, by the way.
Yeah, and it's like in jiggle physics, it's like jiggle physics some are extremely exaggerated and just weird looking, but the actual just, okay, the character moves and she jiggles a little bit, that's a realistic feature. You don't have to be a pervert about it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not even saying all these things shouldn't exist, and as I even said in my video, I'm not saying the answer to fixing this problem is to make female characters ugly. But of course, all these people who are arguing about it are coming from bad faith and saying that I've said things that I didn't. I even addressed all of these things.
I kept trying to understand why people are mad at you. I was like, but she didn't say that. She didn't say that either.
Exactly,
she didn't say that either. So I'm like, why are you... What do you... Yeah, like, it's so... People are so touchy about it. It's like, I like Stellar Blade. Did I put her in the nude suit? No. If you do that, just admit you're gooning a little bit. Like, that's okay.
Right. Like, it's like, can you not pretend like, oh, we win the culture war and post your movie, bro? Like, dude, at the end of the day, it's like, with so many things, like with the queer stuff, with the people just posting their first stuff, they're posting their, people are actually on social media retweeting and and sharing porn they watch. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, don't you think this is really weird? Why do you have to shove sex in everyone's faces constantly? It's like, it's taking screenshots of upskirts and gooning over stuff is degenerate behavior, but you don't have to share it. You're going to do it. You don't have to pretend like that represents the gaming community and that, oh, we win, we owned the libs. Well, guess what? You just gave the wokes all the ammunition they need to keep doing this to games, because to keep wokeifying games and making female characters ugly, because these developers are going to be like, huh, you know, I really don't want all these upskirt shots to represent my creation that I put so much work in. When that's all you're seeing on the internet. So it's like you're making a mockery out of the movement, which, by the way, a lot of Christians are in that movement and have been fighting against the woke ideology. So it's like, wait a minute, stop pretending like just because you might be a pervert and a gooner and all that kind of stuff, stop pretending like that represents our whole movement.
Yeah.
You can't have nice things if you keep doing this.
I don't know what all the commotion was when I went on.
Yeah. Even chat's like, again, like, chat's getting really mad. I don't really understand. I don't see what you're saying as really that controversial, but it is what it is, I guess. You know.
Well, it's the same as the queers. They get mad too because it's like they need validated.
Let me interject because somehow I got dragged into this.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah, people tagging me and tagging her. I'm like, what the hell? I just woke up. This is what I'll say. This is exactly why I say there is such a thing as the woke right, because people on the right, they'll do the same exact thing, where they'll make accusations and claim that you're saying something that you didn't actually say. If we're really being honest, they feel convicted. They don't like being claimed that they're a pervert. So that's why they're coming at you and they're pulling up your old tweets and saying, you're a hypocrite. Well, yeah, no shit. That's why she's a Christian and she's
I addressed it in my video too. I said, yeah, you know what? Hey, is this loser behavior? Yes. Have I participated in loser behavior? Was I a loser before? Yes. Like, I acknowledge that.
We can grow. We change our minds. And by the way, calling someone a hypocrite doesn't actually mean that they're wrong about what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Well, they feel personally attacked, so they want to personally attack me. And it's like, I did not mention anybody personally, and that's just not my style.
It's weird to me that so many people are taking it so personally when the criticism, from what I saw, was pretty specific. And like, either all of these people are literally jerking off, or I don't know why they're feeling like, oh, why is Melanie being a hypocrite? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't get it. She said, don't be weird about, chicks in in video games. If you're not doing those things, if you're not taking upskirt shots of your characters and posting it online and jerking off, then why are you?
Please,
I don't understand.
Are you telling on yourselves? Is that why you play the games as being like a gooner and you're like?
Maybe there's more than I thought. Yeah.
All I know is like, what if it was like, what if there was a certain sect of gamers who were like, oh, we want to fix gaming. Let's make every man in a banana hammock or a jock strap and have him shaking his butt in front of the camera. And then all of a sudden, that's what you're seeing representing gaming. I'm pretty sure some of these guys would get sick of it and be like, hey, you know what? Can we have a cool character? Do I have to have sex thrown in my face from this dude? And it's like the same thing with me. It's like, can we celebrate a game being good, that they designed the character well and appreciate the art and appreciate that it's a pretty character, instead of throwing sex in our faces by, oh, look, here's a character twerking in a thong. It's like, bro, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm a little lighter on it. I don't care. Like, there's a difference between having, like in Doom, having a little Easter egg where you can see strippers, and then there's, like, zooming in on it, printing it out, jerking off to it. I think there's, like, a pretty big difference between those two things. There's a difference between having, simulated sex in Grand Theft Auto, and, like, having to, and having it be an option, versus having it being a part of the game that you have to do. Like, I remember when I was young, it was like, hey, get in the car, have sex and then beat up the hooker afterwards and take my money back. Like, it's funny to me, but it's an option. It wasn't a part of the
also,
game.
it's just kind of weird that I remember like playing video games and you just didn't even. Now it's like, oh, that's almost on a rating scale for them. Oh, how sexy is the game? And it's like, why is that even on the scale? Why is it, oh, well, that we need this kind of sex or straight sex with hollow lesbian and this and that. And all. So you have people that just inserted so much sex in video games when that wasn't a thing before. You might have some characters who were attractive and wore very flattering outfits, but why are people, why do they need, why all of a sudden is this all this campaign to put sex in video games from both sides, the woke side and the schooner side, is to where it's like, dude, don't you just want to play a game with good gameplay? Are you even a gamer, or do you just want to use this material for your sexual fantasies? Because it sounds like the latter has been a huge thing, and that the gaming community has been hijacked by a bunch of people who care about getting off instead of actually, I don't know, playing a video game.
I mean, it's the same with modern television and movies too. You know, like the fading to black used to be a thing. Now I have to see full-on P&D action. It's like, I'm not, like, you know, I'm like less pearl clutchy about it, but I don't need to see the act. Like, it doesn't improve. I mean, look, if I want to watch those type of videos, I can watch those type of videos. I don't think, you know, I remember, like, in True Blood, I know it's a corny show, but whatever, my wife liked it, and I liked it for a short while. But it almost got to, I was like, I remember saying to my wife, like, okay, I've seen her boobs enough. Or, like, in Game of Thrones, like, I've seen enough of Khaleesi, all right? Like, can we have more fight scenes? Can we have more, like, I don't need, those things do not improve media, but to get off that topic, I want to introduce you both into what is this thing? People witness man-made horrors beyond all what is that saying? Like, man-made horrors beyond all comprehension. I'm about to show you guys what I'm talking about. I hesitated to even show the video, but I feel like I need to. It's not any YouTuber, but both will be fine. It's not like nobody's, you know, it's not graphic or anything like that. But like, when I say that, like, wokeism is a disease and a cult, there is stuff that is out there. And I'm doing a standalone video on it later today because it's just so disturbing. This is an individual who recently, I don't know if I'm going to show that part of the video, but recently celebrated having a double mastectomy as part of his biological change. I just want to, this is the person consenting to those surgeries. Okay. This is, again, it's like, it's not, I can't.
So they actually have a TikTok account for this person that they are just running and speaking for. Oh my gosh.
And now, this video.
Oh no. This is
Okay, like, I hesitate even showing it, but it is so, like, you have to see it to understand.
TikTok account for this person that they are just running and speaking for. Oh my gosh.
And now, this video.
Oh no. This is
okay, like, I haven't been showing it, but it is so, like, you have to see it to understand how demonic. How, now again, I'm going to give you context. This is, the woman is a trans activist, allegedly. The content is done by Maria J. Leaf. Minneapolis-based 19-year-old who changed her name to Micah Leroy. The woman who has an extremely woke anti-Trump activist mother, I suspect his dad is probably not around. Mara is also surrounded by others who record videos and photos of her medical and surgical transition for social media. Leftist Minnesota State Representative Alicia, Alicia Oslo, has met with Mara and her mother in a post celebrating the eradication of, laws that discriminate. I'm going to go to Gothics first, and then Melanie. Thoughts?
The whole thing is demonic. Okay? People get mad at me when I say this. My hard line is this should have never been done even for adults. Because you're denying reality. And that in itself tells me that there is something internally messed up where you're seeking some identity that doesn't exist. Like, you are who you are. So the whole thing is demonic. Now, to the point of this individual who clearly has a disability going through this transition, what's even worse about it is when you identify as trans and you go through, like, the surgical procedures, you're essentially becoming a lifelong customer for the pharmaceutical industry. So now on top of their disabilities, you have the added stuff that would come if you had all these surgeries, which is, I mean, it's terrible. And how can you even say this person can consent? Like, what does it even look like? What does it sound like? I think this is a very narcissistic thing that the mom is doing. I think a lot of people who co-sign on this stuff, they're looking for purpose themselves, and so they can give themselves applause for helping someone find their true identity. It's all evil.
I mean, not to make it worse, but I mean, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you have somebody in the background filming it all. Now, maybe this person is, what's the word? Like, they have some sort of disability where they're not.
Like, what does that even look like? What does that sound like? I think this is a very narcissistic thing that the mom is doing. I think a lot of people who co-sign on this stuff, they're looking for purpose themselves, and so they can give themselves applause for helping someone find their true identity. It's all evil.
I mean, not to make it worse, but I mean, it's hard to watch.
Yeah.
Like, you have somebody in the background filming it all. Now, maybe this person is, what's the word? Like, they have some sort of disability where they're nonverbal, and they can communicate fine with, like, some sort of text-to-speech thing, or use their eyes to type. For whatever the case is. Melanie, thoughts?
I mean, I think the fact that they have social media accounts for this person and that they're posting for exploiting her and using her for this perverted, degenerate movement is just awful. It's unthinkable. Gosh, I can't even wrap my head around how disgusting and how just evil, absolutely evil, demonic. Like Gothic said, this is demonic. And I don't know how people can see stuff like this and think, okay, wait a minute. Evil does exist in this world. And it's not just humans being, it's not just, okay, humans being a little bit of a jerk or whatever. Some people are jerks. No, this is actual evil.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the doctor that did this should go to prison.
Oh, I agree. And the guardians.
The guardians should not be, the guardians should not have conservatorship or whatever it is over this individual. The doctor, like, isn't, rule number one, do no harm. Like, you're giving, let's say they aren't mentally handicapped. Like many people probably anybody who's transitioning is, you're still giving a healthy woman a double mastectomy. I think that should be a crime.
Yep.
But like, you know, I don't know. Like, I am filled with such a, like, it's like when you see somebody, you know, being mean to their pet. I don't mean to, like, you know, I don't want to disparage this handicapped person, but it's like, when I watch this, I'm like, I want to hurt people that are doing this to this individual. Like, and again, maybe this person just has some sort of nonverbal, like, they can't talk, and they actually believe in all this stuff, and they believe, I mean, is this what we really need to be worrying about? This person's got clear physical and mental disabilities. Are we really worried about whether or not they have their gender-affirming surgeries?
Yeah.
Like,
here's the thing. I'm gonna get on my soapbox.
By the way, looking much better now that it looks like you might have a private outlet. Anyway.
Really nice 360 camera works. I'm using the Brio, which I hate. So at least I get the mic.
Looks good though.
Oh, thanks. So here's the thing, okay? This is precisely why you don't want a godless society, because here's the reality. Objectively speaking, if we're being honest, everyone appeals to authority. Okay, so your highest authority should be God. If not, it's going to be man. So you what about do no harm? Well, what happens when man decides to rewrite the definition of harm? What does that entail? It's all subjective. So if we're going by moral standards, stuff like this, there has to be something that transcends human opinion for you to say this is objectively wrong, because to these people, it's healthcare, and it's going to be harmful if they don't have this trans-affirming care.
God, thanks. You've done such a great addition to the show. I'm so glad that we have you.
Black.
Well, like I get two. It's like I get 2 points, but no, I appreciate your principal take. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's very easy to say do no harm. Well, it's harming her by not having her gender affirmed. So we need to do this surgery. People can talk themselves into anything, but like, I don't understand. Like, everybody who's filming this, you know, by the way, this is her parents' horse.
She looks
right
like
now.
she needs
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She just doesn't lie. The thing is, though, it's like, if you're really,
Like,
talking
what
about
are you doing?
these kind of surgeries, is it's like, I don't care, even if somebody is completely mentally sound, if they said, you know what, my arm, I don't like it anymore, it's making me uncomfortable in my body, I want to go to the doctor and have it amputated. Like, then that would be insane for a doctor to amputate a healthy arm. It would be immoral. Yeah, they would refuse, and rightfully so. So why is it that people are able to get their mutilated, their body parts, healthy breast, completely removed? You know, like the genital surgery is just mutilated. It's like, they shouldn't even, I don't care if it's an adult who says they want to get it done. Doctors shouldn't be able to perform these things. Morally, should refuse to do it and not even have to be limited to just say, wow, that's insanity. I'm not cutting off your wiener.
Yeah. I just think this is the type of stuff that the Nazi doctors would do.
Yeah.
You know, like, unironically. You know, they would take people who are mentally handicapped and do all sorts of stuff to them. They would take Jews and do all sorts of stuff to them. They would take, you know, it wasn't just Jews that they did that kind of stuff to them. So, like, even if they're real, yep, it's a real thing. It's you know, I don't know. They walk among us. I can't see this video.
The whole trans ideology is an experiment in the sense of, okay, it's to steal, kill, and destroy. He's a deceiver.
It's you know, I don't know. They walk among us. I can't see this video and think anything.
Well, what does it say in the Bible that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy? He's a deceiver. And if you think about it, as far as the experimentation goes with the doctor and Nazi stuff, the whole trans ideology is an experiment in the sense of, okay, how many people will actually agree to this lie that men can become women and women can be men? If it's a vast majority of the population, then the people who are pulling the strings can easily look at society and be like, oh, wow, they're so gullible, they will eat up whatever we throw at them. And that should concern people.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is not great. I don't like it. I want to stop talking about it. And I want to talk about things that don't make me so mad. So anyway, the other stuff I wanted to talk about was Elon Musk crashing out. Did I say crashing out, Gothics? Or is that you people?
People, like the blacks?
The blacks.
I think
I only ever hear black people say it.
Okay. Well,
as an allegation of black people.
I give you the free pass to use this term.
I want to get to some viewer messages here. Rip Bob Uecker. Yeah, I grew up, Bob Uecker was like a legend here in Wisconsin too, you know, so it sucks that he died. He made it to 90. you know, it's not like a tragic thing. But it does suck. Matt Perkins says, Jeremy, is there any spiritual hope for Styx? Can Melanie Christ fill him? My Christianity makes it hard to support him, but I enjoy his insight. Yeah.
There's hope for everybody. If we're still breathing right now, I mean, Jesus Christ died on the cross for your sins, and no matter what you've done, you can be redeemed.
Dylan Alpha says, I remember when gooning was Hawaiian shirts and military hardware. 22nd Matt says, invite Aswin into the show. Also tell Tim to as well. I mean, Aswin doesn't need an invite. He can always come on anytime he wants. Razor, it's okay if you goon such perv if I'm Christian. Christ save me. You defended Nala.
No,
a literal perv for pixels. Why not defend the pervs?
Because they're not repenting.
This is, yeah.
Doing it. If you're actively participating in what God calls an abomination,
you're okay.
Yeah, if you don't, and if people, these comments, they didn't watch my video clearly, because in my video I was honestly even very respectful, and I said, hey, it doesn't matter if you've done all this stuff. You don't have to live like that. You can fix it. It's okay. I'm not going to judge somebody on their past.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the difference. I don't know why people use OnlyFans, an ex-OnlyFans girl who says, hey, what I did was wrong. Even people who are just like, look at guys that struggle with porn and they're like, hey, I know it's wrong. It's just, I'm struggling with it. I have sympathy for those people. It's like, hey, I'm not going to, you're a loser, this, that. It's like, hey, you're actively trying to do better. I can sympathize with the fact that that's hard to do. But let's not be like needing to throw pride parades and celebrate what the Bible calls perversion and abomination. It's like, do we need gooner pride parades now? Is that how it is? Because I can't even say I'm against it without people losing their mind.
Yeah, it's not a protected class. Mel's right. People acting like weird gooners is why they had meltdowns and said, we have to make everyone ugly. You got to thread the needle. Rand says, to all my gooners, goon without shame. Most women are contemptible. Go your own way.
People act like, oh, she's just grifting. Oh, I'm grifting by saying what's unpopular, what's going to get me a lot of backlash. And when you talk about people who are enabling this behavior, it's just like with any junkie. If anyone is going to enable a junkie, they think you're stupid and they're using you. And so everybody who is on their platforms telling you, yeah, do it, no shame, go ahead, keep gooning. They either are just as lost as you, or they think you're stupid and they want to grift off of you because they think you're easy to manipulate. Because just tell a junkie that what they're seeking for their addiction is good for them and that's okay. We're going to validate a junkie doing self-harming themselves. Then these people are treating you like an idiot. But I'm the grifter because I care for people and don't want to validate them in abomination. Do they say grifting because you changed your mind? I don't know how it makes sense. I thought grifting meant you were supposed to do something that's going to get you optimal money and that you're just using people for money. It's like, okay, so I'm going to purposefully put myself on the chopping block with an unpopular opinion because people don't want to hear biblical truth. So I'm going to do that. That's not, if I wanted to make as much money as possible and be a grifter, I'm going to hop on YouTube and make 5 videos a day posting videos of these and boobs. No, making a lot of videos is fun. Just say, post 5 videos a day of just butts and boobs and say, oh, we own the woke, look her whole butts out. All right, we win. But, all right, boobies, we win. Just appeal to the most brain-dead, gooning junkies and validate that, yeah, you can grift off that easily and people do it. But if you tell somebody to actually think and you actually challenge somebody and say, you know what, you're hurting yourself and this is harmful to the community and to you, and you actually challenge people, that's not something to grift on. You're not going to be able to grift on that.
But shout out boobies. I love the people's actions, or in this case, porn addiction, is brought into question. People who know what they're doing is wrong don't have an actual argument. They react emotionally, kind of cringe. Atheists trying to educate Mel in the Bible is hilarious. The cool thing about atheism is even the astronomically small chance you're right Who cares? Not like you're proselytizing is saving anyone. Andrew 15 says, the problem with Celebrate is that it shouldn't have inappropriate suits to begin with. The gameplay actually strips her down to a skin suit every so often, and thus it's a Gooner game. I don't even know.
I didn't. And this is also a matter of we can't have nice things because of Gooners. Because it's like, okay, if you put her in a cute outfit that, okay, maybe some people wouldn't, maybe it's a little more immodest than some people are comfortable with. But it's like, okay, well, if people didn't act like complete brain dead, Gooner, brain rot, and post on the internet all these upskirt shots of, oh, we win, oh, look at this, oh, something like that could happen if people could actually compose themselves and play games like a normal human being, then the wokes wouldn't even have any ammunition to try to take that stuff away.
Man, Melanie had her Wheaties this morning. I mean, Wheaties, I guess. No,
yeah.
Andrew says, also I wanted to send a chat about putting on the full armor of God, but both YouTube and Rumble wouldn't let me send it for some reason. Interesting. Daniel Andrew says, look up Istvan Zoltan and the Transhumanist Party. Prepare to be horrified, especially his interview with Reason Magazine. True. For each Gothics, plastic surgery is the foundation for this body issues. You can modify oneself. Devil will take it to this extreme. Gooner game is a positive because it separates the creeps from the people of decent morals and taste. Andrew 15 says, when putting on the full armor of God, you need to make sure there aren't any holes in your armor. And if there are any holes, Devil will aim for them and defeat you. Okay, the Super Bowl Dammer went through. For some reason, both YouTube doesn't like the word. Oh, chink. Yeah. That's, I mean, they don't like that. Yeah. Yeah. That is an actual term that existed before it was used as a derogatory term. Just like Melanie's favorite word. Yeah. Dude over on Rumble says, you might already know this, but the Unhinged Eagle fan worked for a DEI consulting firm called BCT Partners. Yes, they did. Hilarious. Also, good afternoon, Jeremy and Melanie. Today is a sad day, not only for baseball, but for sports in general. The passing of Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker. Grew up listening to his stories on the radio. I want to, do him some honor right now and share a, let's see here. One of my all-time favorite, I grew up a Brewer fan. I grew up listening to Bob Uecker 162 times a year. So, he had a big impact in my life. But here's Norm Macdonald talking.
I talked to Bob Uecker, by the way.
Oh, did you? Did you see that? Was he mad?
Whatever.
What do you mean? The last time I went on Letterman, I told a story about Bob Uecker.
Yeah.
And what did he say? Does he not remember it?
He said,
was it a bad story?
The story is, all right.
no, tell us the story.
Don't like it. I love Bob Uecker.
No, he wouldn't know it from this show.
How do you know Bob Uecker?
Well, that's part of the story.
Yeah,
Norm did a commercial for light beer.
Okay.
So it was when we were doing the Norm show. So he invited Norm out to spring training in Phoenix, Arizona.
Great.
And said, look, man, come the fuck out to Arizona, man. And, he's the guy here on the TV.
Bob Uecker.
Right, but he's so filthy when he talks. Every other word is fucking unbelievable.
Right.
And he's one of the funniest guys I've ever met.
Right.
So Norm says to me, hey, man, let's go hang out with Uecker, because he knows I'm a big fan, which was nice. So we go to Arizona, and it's the funniest 24-hour period I've ever spent. We've been around the golf with Bob Uecker, and he let us sit in the booth to listen to him announce a Brewer Cup game. Okay?
Right.
Now, he had a cough button. You know, if you're going to cough, you hit the cough button and you're not on the air.
Sure.
So, from what I remember, I remember this because he's friends with Bob Uecker. He announced the baseball game.
Right.
And like a fucking jazz musician. It was unbelievable. If he saw a really hot chick in the crowd, he would hit the cough button and say something filthy about it. And then go right back to announcing the game. It was like magic. So
Well, you'd think that's a high-risk thing to be doing. That's like walking the high wire.
he would say shit like this. He'd go, here's the 2-2 pitch to Stokes to the ground. Ball the shortstop. Look at the fucking tits on that. We're over to first base today.
Anyway, watch the whole video. I had a feeling the girls would think that was very funny. But Yeah, Bob Uecker is a legend. You know, clean cut guy. So that's why it's so funny. If you knew Bob, you would be like, I've never heard that guy swear before. So it was funny. By Sanderson says, Melanie, I disagree. I'll let the market work. Melanie, what do you think of the Nintendo?
It can't work.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why I say what I don't like, and like the market can work, but just like the queer stuff, I can still say, hey, this is making the gaming community look like a joke.
What do you think of the Nintendo Switch 2 reveal?
Oh, I think actually, I want to see more of the specs and stuff like that on it, but it does feel like the aesthetic. It's like that's pretty much what we got, just like a bigger Switch with like, you know, little rounded, beveled edges. It looks cool.
Yeah, I bought a Switch OLED and never opened it, so I'm not buying a Switch 2. No time. You know,
I have a Switch. I hardly play it.
Yeah, even my wife was like, "Oh, did you see the Switch 2?" I'm like, she's like, "Are you getting it?" I'm like, you know what? I'm an adult now. I must admit, I do not have time. Like, I bought the Ultra Super Mega High-End Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Never even turned it on. I haven't turned it on. I think I turned it on, installed Harry Potter, took it with me on vacation, played for like 5 minutes. And that was it. Maybe I'll play the Final Fantasy game on it. I don't know. Paul says, haven't watched the show since Christmas. Just wanted to say, shout out to my wife and I just welcomed our second child, a healthy baby boy on 12/27. Shout out, Ripperoni. Don't make sure that Christmas and their birthday are never combined. Don't do that to them. Not saying you would, but birthdays around Christmas. Everyone, I had some friends here, but they always got ripped off. Like, they would get like a crappy gift, or they would get a gift and combine with Christmas and birthday. It sucked. Oh, she said, okay, we're sexy women must stay. Sure. Brent Dog says, Melanie, come again to remind you of the Bible passage. Also associated with you. Psalms 46:5. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her at the right near. That right near. Also, from Bystander, I'm glad the gamers were the ones to defeat Wogs. Wait, Diamond Billy, someone clipped that. Jeremy has sexual hookers in his car, then beats them up afterwards and takes their money. And then I think Melanie saying boobies and butts over and over again.
Make that into a soundboard.
Yeah, that should be. I'll add it to the soundboard.
I'll do it quick, right?
Yeah, go ahead. The JD sounded like Tommy says, Jeremy, your DEI score is going up. Yes, thank you. And also, I saw you joined as a member today. Or yesterday. The White Trash Panda says, I didn't know Galtix was black. When did that happen? Derek Klama Boy says, as a black myself, I'll give you the pass. Thank you. I will use it wisely. I have the N-word pass. I just haven't used it. Well, Libertas says, someone's been trying to quit for years. I'm sick of the future. It's become more prevalent. Big Time Bald says, I don't think it was that bad.
It's so it'll be trash.
One Trash Man says, I'm going to send me your Switch OLED. No, I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff. I have half about any about collections. Give up on. Between this man, old man, what is that website where you got your collections worth?
Oh, what is that?
I have a Neo Geo collection that's worth like $20,000 that is for sale. To buy it. It's an almost complete Neo Geo collection. What is that called? They're like, your collection with we want to do this better. I'm going to go for this collection. Got halfway, the price again for and quit. And then alone. What is this?
Pops?
Yeah, I can use the money. And the Neo Geo collection, I don't care about parting with it. The NES one is a bit of a bummer because it's like, you know, but the prices just got so crazy. You know, I couldn't do it anymore. Like, I just couldn't afford it. Wait. Yeah. Collection. I wonder if I can see the Neo Geo collection. I mean, it's worth, I mean, that's with the Neo Geo, it's worth $60,000 right now. So, I'm going to sell it. Kind of a bummer. But games like Bonds Adventure, you know, some of the more rare games like Wacky Races, Cowboy Chase, these are like $1,000 experience games. So I'm giving up, boys. But I'm going to sell the Neo Geo collection first and try to not sell, like Neo Geo games. Yeah. So the NES collection and the NES collection. The NES collection's worth like like 12 for it and just mail it. You know? I'd rather one a viewer bill on it. I don't want to part it out and profit. I just want to give it all to one person if I can. Says fine. Wrong. I left it there. Or we'll find it. Yeah, one Dutch. I mean, I'll have to be. I know it has some virtual things, but it doesn't really. It's just fine. On Razor says, I'll have subscribers to variation. Problem. That's actually exactly. It's a segment that I. Let me pull this up quick. So, wait. One Bob, Red. Once Lego Dimensions running? What Lego Dimensions running? Oh, that is. Oh, I also stopped buying Legos. It's just, you know, it's not fair. Not fair. And I want to be so we can, you know, do well on the show. We're just talk about it. So much yesterday. I really don't. Yeah, I really don't. I don't even. I had some like files of things. It was like shout out Medic promo code the quarterly. I called him at like 11 or 12 o'clock and like, oh yeah, some with this particular processor, you have to files of the okay. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so OS. Matt Walsh, as often, it's just like your buddy. The girl sitting show. But she wrote, women on OS are the killers. God, I wonder who owns all these websites. I wonder what that is. But because the killers on the drug, that's why there's so much blame. We've always blamed the killers more than the customers. It's only an exception because that would be first of all, just where I stand, I'm wildly wrong about this. I think that the managers got away. It's equally stupid. But my position, so Matt says the only problem is a win, which is not true. So I reply, incorrect. If they stop buying their bill, this would go away. Bottom of the broken systematic. social relationships. My system designed against that, but personal responsibility matters. Men alone can lead a lot. And I just feel like, men are more lonely than ever right now. And that's just a fact. We don't talk about the many, and women probably are too. It's a real thing. This is where oftentimes, Melanie feels of her relationship with her two body channel often resulting in some amount of relationship. Just want me to blame the horse. Well, horse is better as long as humans are better. So when we change that, we change. And also, the overwhelming majority of people subscribe to this. Just shocked. And, mentally, where men tell them it's okay to go OF. There's no stigma, there should be a horrible stigma about it. And so, like, sorry guys, but hookup culture can't. It just with women we call them whores. But men have been taking part in proliferating hookup culture for as long as I've been alive. And men were always slanging puss, and the women were called whores. Plenty of friends, I always had a girlfriend, so I never really was out there like that. I would have slayed, I would have been stacking them up like Ford would. Or that's not but like, it's like, the stigma around it is never easy for me in hookup culture. And the reality is, there should be. Men like to say in one breath, oh, I would never be a single mom. Or, ha ha ha, there's another single mom. Well, how do you think she got that way? And I think the same thing about a laugh. Yes, there are kind of gross. Okay. But it would be $0 if control 100% of whether or not these women make money. The reason they exist is because men choose to allow them to exist by giving them money. So, yes, whores bad. But if you want to talk about OF, it's my opinion that men alone can carry the power to destroy it. I'll go to Melanie and fault is it? Why are we working on this?
I think at the end of the day, like you said, men are supposed to be leaders, and men made men stronger than women. Also mentally, emotionally, like men. I think what the women do is disgusting and destroying women can make men weak. Even look at what happens.
Yeah, or exposes.
Weak, but inherently, men are created as the stronger vessel. So even with the women, they do have a crisis situation. Look at that video that went viral from Five Guys when a woman walked up to the cashier and asked him if he would sleep with her. And he said, "I'm waiting until marriage." Like, a strong man. And people think that, being some of these kind of bros on the internet that try to act like a man's values in sleeping with a ton of women and how many fancy cars he has, and it's like, no, a strong man is someone like that guy that worked at Five Guys as a cashier. That is a strong man who looked at that woman and said, no, I'm waiting until marriage. He didn't come to his lust. So that's well, I think more men like that, they can put these women in their place. These women would feel shame for acting like this. They should.
Yeah, what do you think? I feel like God is like God.
Oh,
well, everything goes back to society, some sort of moral compass. What's the moral compass that we have? It's the influencer culture. It's Hollywood. If people were, I don't know, something like the Bible got to them, then this wouldn't be anywhere near the problem it is in society.
So, the guy guys, he says, I'm not waiting until marriage because I'm a Christian. So he's saying, I'm not having sex with you because God says so. And God is my role model. He is my standard. The problem with all of these other guys that don't have a role model is they're going based on what society says. And this is when you get the Andrew Tate's The Red Pill podcast, where they'll call all these women whores, but then they'll glorify men sleeping around like it's nothing. It's just a part of society. That's not a good role model because you're basically following other people. It's the blind leading the blind. So, I agree with you where if men stopped buying OnlyFans would go away. I think because men lead, women, they'll get the hint. They'll get the hint that, yeah, you know what? I'm aging, I'm sagging, I'm alone, and I have to, follow a man that actually has moral standards. And so, yeah, but that's in a perfect world, and we know that most men don't have that eternal mentor. They're just going based off what everyone else is doing. But no, the shit take from Matt Walsh, it doesn't make sense to me.
It's like saying that, drugs are bad. There's no responsibility.
Yeah, right.
Like, you have your raging alcoholic, and I say alcohol's fault.
Yeah.
No. Addiction, just like with alcohol or drugs, is real when it comes to this industry. And we can talk about the way that men have been marginalized, have allowed themselves to be marginalized, pushed aside, forgotten by society. We can talk about no-fault divorce and the effect that that has on society. These are all things that are contributing towards a societal problem. If you get rid of OF, that's not going to stop lust in married men.
Right.
They need to replace that with something good and something that's good for them. Taking all the liquor out of the house doesn't solve the problem for an alcoholic. They will find something else. They will go out to get the liquor, or they'll get addicted to something else, or they'll do. It's because there's something missing in them. And it's always an unpopular take when, again, even in chat right now, someone says, Jeremy blames men and not the people flooding and attacking us with prom. Nobody's watch it, dude. Have some personal responsibility.
You have to have personal responsibility.
I don't pandering to that weak man mentality. Oh, I couldn't help myself. I just had to jerk off to it. I had no other choice. Yes,
self-control.
Yes,
That's the thing. All of these, the red pill influencers are they're idiots, and they're making money off of these people saying, you know what, the whole system's against you. You can do anything about it. They don't want it to actually create strong men. They want to create this false illusion of strong men because of those things that don't actually make a man a strong man. They want you to be weak because then they can control you. All these followers of weak men who will blame the whole world for their problems. But it's just like, yeah, the world is a terrible place, but how God made men with more than women. That you could potentially have is amazing. And so there's always going to be temptations around us, but the real strength is being able to overcome that. And if you can avoid the temptation altogether, do it. Like,
right.
If you are having a really hard time with porn, and it's so hard for you that when you see that temptation to just keep folding, then hey, if you gotta throw your phone away, turn it off, and don't even use it for a while until you're able to gain the strength to be able to overcome the temptation. Do it. There's no shame in separating yourself from the temptation if you're in a state where it's that difficult, but you can do it, and seek Jesus. He can help you through anything. That's one thing that I say about these things, and I even said in my Guna video, I was like, yeah, I understand that there's a lot of addiction. There's a lot of temptation in the world. But if you're going to try solely to overcome that on your own, like that, it just can't happen. See Jesus, and He can help you get through
Well,
it.
even if you don't want to see Jesus, get a hobby. Every time you feel like, yeah, that's what I mean. Replace it with something else. I'm just saying, like, we can talk about, people saying, it's women's fault divorces happen. I don't care. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about OF. I'm talking about men who are married giving other women their money and then wondering why their marriage falls apart. I don't care if your wife went frigid on you and then you said, well, so that's why I do OF. But you know what you should do? Work on your marriage or get a divorce. Don't go to OF. A real man talks to his wife and says, hey, what's going on here with this? They don't do the weak thing and appeal to their basic caveman mind.
Yep.
Just saying, look, I've watched plenty of those videos in my day. And it was something that for a period of time in my life was a problem for me. And I believe that if you're watching those videos and you're lonely, they are making you worse.
They're making you lonely too.
They are destroying your ability. Sorry, they're destroying your ability to interact with women.
Yep.
And when you do interact with them, or you do have a physical relationship with them, it's going to ruin that too.
Yep.
You are literally signing your own loneliness warrant. I don't care if you want to blame women for marriages. I don't care if you don't ever want to get divorced or if you ever want to get married. All that stuff, fine. But if you want to complain about OF, men need to look inward. And a problem that we have that is more complex than just TNA getting crammed in our face. It's society needs a stronger moral fabric. And they need, whether it's, the girls will say Jesus, I will say sure, or it's like just knowing you're better than that. And like the men alone created OnlyFans. Whores have always existed all the way back to the biblical times. It's your patronage of the whores that keeps them around. So I don't want to hear, oh, it's all women's fault. Like, okay, fine. Women are whores, ha ha ha. They're going to be dried up. They're going to have herpes. No one wants to marry them, ha ha, losers. Great. Now what?
Right.
Now what?
Yeah, and I think it's so much that we're not saying that, morally speaking, that especially, okay, they die and they're being judged, that, oh, the woman's going to get a free pass and the man's not. It's like both of them are committing abomination in that, and both of them, without the salvation, without repentance and salvation, will go to hell. So, yeah, there is that. But what we're saying is that men have the power to make a difference. It's not so much that, oh, if we're just going to put all the blame on men, it's just like, you know what? These men are actually stronger than these women. And because of which they are stronger, God made them that way, then they have the power to make this situation, to fix this situation collectively.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to wrap that up. Blaming men, but men do have the power to destroy them. Men alone have the power. The message is, Nate says, it seems like everyone, even in this instance, picks a side. It's a mutual issue, but the person providing the drugs is just objectively more wrong. Is the addict doing bad things? Yes, supplying by the drug. Much worse. Sure. But again, if that man buying the drugs doesn't fix himself, then the dealer